Hello, 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 and welcome to episode number 91 of Minnows to Kings here in San Marino with SS Cosmos, where today we are kicking off our Season 12 campaign with a transfer review, a quick look at Europe. We've also got the draw for the Champions League group stage, and then next episode we'll get into the games, see who we're going to come up against. First of all, you may notice that we've got the new kits in, very, very nice. Again, big shout out to Nymain. And second yellow card with his tutorial video there. If you do want to know how to put these kits into the video yourself, there's a link in the video description which takes you to second yellow card's tutorial video. It gives you all the information you need there on how to download Kit Basher, which is developed by Nymain. It's an excellent piece of software. It basically generates these kits from absolutely nothing in seconds. We've got new ones for all the teams in San Marino. You can see, look, some of them just look absolutely gorgeous. Some of them look very, very similar though, which I have noticed. Maybe that's something that needs, like this one here, the La Fiorita one. It's basically the same kit. The colours are just the other way around. But with the Diodora, that brings back some memories there. The Diodora. So yeah, we've done that. We've put the new kits in. None of the other clubs in San Marino yet have turned professional. Some of them have got a very, very good value though. That one's a nice one. That's a really nice one. The Tre Fiore home kit. 2.2 million estimated value for Trey Penny, so they should be somewhere near going professional. I think there's one in here that's got a 4 million estimated value as well, which we've probably clicked there. 4.83 for La Fiorita. Still semi-professional though. It would be nice if they could turn professional. Right, transfers. It's been a difficult summer in terms of transfers. We've had a very, very good transfers on the out. We've made a lot of money. Bringing them in though has been a bit more difficult. We're now at that stage where we can afford to buy some better players, but the better players just don't want to come yet because this hasn't quite increased yet, and because this hasn't quite increased far enough yet. We're still in around about like Serie C, stuff like that. So it's going to be a few more years before we are really kicking on. In terms of like actual reputation, we're still in. Where are we? We're still 2 stars. So we've got a little way to go yet in terms of increasing these. Like 2.5 stars is still the Greek second division, Portuguese second division. So we've had difficulties bringing players in. The ones who we have had bids accepted for, the wages are just too high, or the player doesn't want to join us. But if you have a look at our overall balance, we're at £60 million. £60 million. This season we have made a profit of £33.5 million. We've also got £39 million in transfer budget, and that is largely due to the sale of John Avila. Now, I did say that last season I'd be happy to take £5 million for him, but if we have a look, John Avila, £20 million to SC Freiburg, where he's now on £70,000 a week and he's listed as an important player. He was excellent for us, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't going to turn down £20 million for him, considering we paid what for him, £850,000. I think I could have got more than 20 as well, but the board overrode me, and I think I could have got 25 out of Freiburg. But the board straight away accepted the 20 million. Jem Prout was another one we got an astronomical fee for. We got £8 million from Olympiacos for him. He's now on £25,500 a week. The player who we signed again for £850,000. So we made an absolutely a killer profit on him. Heldasar has completed his permanent switch to Sassuolo after having spent last season there on loan, where he didn't do great really. We've actually made about 50k profit there, really. Nothing to write home about. Gabriel Giotto, one of our youth prospects, has gone on loan to Folgore for the season. Alexander Tomic, the Serbian, I nearly said Slovakian, the Serbian striker who we brought in last season for £275,000. We've sold him back to Serbia for £1 million. He didn't really feature for us. Jack Walker has left as well. He came to me saying that he was going to leave at the end of his contract on a free. So we made £45,000 on him. And the only downside to letting Jack go is he was one of the homegrown players at the club. So we're a little bit light in terms of Europe this season. Kagri Unsal, the Turkish centre-back who we signed last season for a free transfer, has gone on loan back to Turkey just to try and get some match experience. I don't think he's ever going to cut it here in San Marino for us, unfortunately. And because none of these other clubs have actually turned professional yet, we can't send these players out on loan to them yet. They just don't want to go, or the clubs just don't want to make a bid. In terms of ins, though, we've had quite a few. Some of them were a little bit panicky. Some of them were a case of he looks okay, we'll bring him in. But we spent £3 million in total. We've made 34, and this is the issue that I've been having. Three of the three straight off the bat were some who were already joining. As signed as 17-year-olds that have been. They've turned 18. They've joined now. These lads are going to, I don't know why it's still not shown here, but these lads are going to count towards the homegrown players. The 18-year-old American goalkeeper here, he's got some room to improve. We have got him on training. I also need to get him on some proper training here, some goalkeeper training. We'll just stick him on reactions, although his reactions aren't actually too bad. But try and develop them as much as possible. It's the same with Gianni Cafaro, again, and a Canadian striker, just turned 18, just joined the club, signed for free. There's potential to make a little bit of money on him. There's a potential for him to grow. There's also, once the other San Marino clubs do catch up a little bit, the potential to loan them out there. Arturo Cabrera came in from San Lorenzo, left-sided defender. He's got some very, very good physicals and mentals. He's also got a lot of potential to hit, so he is one who could potentially feature for us in the future. Another free transfer, another one to count towards the homegrown status, but he could potentially feature for us. He's fairly ambitious as well, which is okay. Juan Pablo Alfaro was a signing. He's come in to play as a right back for us. Mante has had a lot of bids come in from him, particularly from Sunderland, but they're nowhere near what I'm ready to accept. But I did buy a right back as a replacement just in case. He's actually more attribute-wise suited to playing centre half, like his crossing. If we have a stick of him on wing back on attack, his crossing and his dribbling really, really let him down. But he's got some. He's really tall. 6'2", he's got some great jumping reach. He's also really brave. He's got good decision making, good work rate. Position is not too bad. He does have the potential to do something for us. You can see he's already got 3 assists in his 7 games at a 7.2, and I am working on his crossing. So that's the first one that we spent any money on. We've brought in Jose Maria on loan from Leeds United, the young Spanish centre half. Again, a very, very good centre back option. Having lost Jean-Claude Bono and David Bosisio at the end of last season, who have been with us on loan for a couple of seasons now, wasn't able to loan them again. But he's fairly professional personality. He does lack consistency, which is a concern, but he's got some crazy, crazy physicals. And he's not too bad as a central defender either. Another one who started very, very well for us. Next in was Sam Roberts. This was the replacement for John Avia. Sam Roberts here, the young English striker on loan from Liverpool. Fairly determined. You can see that he's really agile. He's fast. He's got some great dribbling. He's got some okay finishing. Off the ball's good. Decisions are good. Passing lets him down a little bit, but he is an absolutely fantastic striker for us, and you can see he started off really, really well in Europe for us so far this season, valued at about £50 million as well. But he, again, is another one who's got room to improve. It doesn't really say he's got room to improve there, but I think he can improve. I am supposed to be focusing on his passing. I forgot to set this up though. So he's the John Avia replacement. If we could give him a comparison to John Avia, if I can, they're similar. They are very similar. Sam Roberts is slightly better attacking. He's quicker. He's more physical. He's got better mentals as well. John Avia was more technical, better in the air, and could defend better as well. But you know, he's a suitable replacement. Like I say, they're very similar players, very, very similar players. And it's pretty much the best I could bring in. Zdenko Kotoro is on loan from AC Milan. He is coming to be a defensive midfielder for us, as that regista. Again, dribbling and long shots, passing let him down a little bit, but he can defend. I might actually use him more as a ball-winning midfielder with his defensive his work rate, stuff like that. But he again is on loan from AC Milan. We are £8,000 a week we're paying. We're nearly paying all of his wages. But again, another young man with room to improve. Antonio Cesarini is on loan from Torino. He is the starting left back for this season. Again, some crazy physicals. Crossing lets him down slightly, but he is more than capable of playing as that left wing back for us. Again, another one who's had a fantastic start to life in San Marino. Also a under 21 international and has got room to improve. Professional, consistent, so he's really good there. And again, he's another one who I need to have on crossing to improve his crossing. Stefan Milic was a signing from Sampdoria. Now this is a little bit out of character for us. He is a little bit older. He's 32, but I was starting to get to the point where nobody wanted to sign for us, particularly in the centre half department. So he has come in. He says he's an important player here. He's on a lot of money as well, a lot of money, on £23,000 a week. But we paid £650,000 for him. We may just look to flip him maybe in January or next season. But he can play a role for us. He's played once for us so far. 6.8. I'm assuming that we had a comfortable win in that game. But he has got some good attributes for a central defender. His pace is going a little bit with his age. He's got 72 caps for Montenegro. But again, with that amount of wage and he's commanding a decent transfer budget, we might just look to flip him. Ismail Kandemir is a 26-year-old Turk who we brought in for the centre of midfield. If we have a look at his attributes here, on centre mid, on attack, first touch 16, passing 17, technique 16, vision is good. He's got good aggression, good balance. He's not the quickest, but he's got okay natural fitness. I've just noticed his tackling lets him down, although a centre mid on attacking doesn't really need to tackle, and you can't actually train tackling. It's just something they have to pick up on their own. But again, fairly ambitious. He's got some good traits, like tries kill a ball often, tries tricks, likes to beat opponent. So he could be a really good signing for us in that centre of midfield. We pay £600,000 for him, already valued at more than that. Next in was Carlos Alberto Quinto. He has come in from Leicester for £525,000 or £500,000. Again, another central / defensive midfielder. Another really good player with potential for us. Another potential regista. He's got great passing. He's got some really good physicals. I might actually be playing him more as a ball-winning midfielder, maybe. He's got some good attributes for that. He could also potentially be an advanced playmaker with that passing and that vision. So he's can fit in anywhere there, really. He's also more than capable of playing as a centre-half with his work rate, his teamwork, tackling. Marking is really good. Positioning is really good. So he's potential to be a centre-half as well. As I said, £525,000 paid for him. He started off okay for us in San Marino. And finally, the last one in was Martin Nunez, a young Peruvian centre-half again, with some, again, excellent attributes for a centre-half. 16 tackling, he's got some okay position, okay marking. He's got good heading, good jump and reach at 6'3", fairly professional as well. He's got room to improve, and he cost us a total of £500,000 again. So another really good player. We are working on his positioning as well. So that's the ins and the outs. Really surprised that we got £20 million for John Avila. He's played once in the Bundesliga so far with a 6.6 average rating. I think that with this consistency, he might be found out a little bit playing in the Bundesliga, and he's certainly not worth £70,000 a week. But we could be wrong. He could turn out to be astronomical for Freiburg. It's something that I will keep tabs on. I believe that was it for the ins. I believe that was it. We had some come in January, which I went through with you. But yeah, that was it. So we've had a fantastic season financially in terms of the outs, with John Avila making up most of that. But ins, it's just been a few small signings. I actually think in terms of a squad, we're in a slightly worse position than last season, squad-wise, in terms of the quality of the players that we've got. Martinez is still here, though. He's a really good player for us. again, consistent, decent player. He's okay as a pressing forward or a deep line forward wherever you play him. Alfie Moon, Alfonso, we've had a lot of bids in for Alfie Moon as well. You can see he is wanted by Sheffield United. Alfonso has had bids in for him, although not currently interested by anybody at the minute. Revolta's still here. He's had bids in for him from Spain. We're doing everything we can to keep hold of them. Engelhardt has completed his loan move and now completed his move from Darmstadt, and he is the starting centre-half for us. He's got some really, really good attributes for a centre-half, and he is consistent, enjoys big matches as well. Plays short, simple passes. I don't like the winds up opponents and argues with officials though, but short, simple passes. You can see he's played 8 games and got 3 goals for us with a 7.6 average rating. The 6'3", 17 jumping reach centre-half there. Avenatti is still unambitious. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to train that out with him. But again, he's started off really, really well for us. So in terms of the squad for this season, it's something like this. Obviously, these can chop and change. Milic will chop and change with Jose Maria, and we've got Quinto to come in as well in this midfield. We've still got Ottaviani, Selva, Masaudi, Brizzi still here. Obviously, club captain Brizzi. Cipriano did have some bids in January, but we're trying to keep hold of him. We've also promoted some of the youth prospects like Parovlos and Kevin Roberto. There was another one as well, I think, maybe not. Just to try and get them some match experience. Of course, players like this are the future of the club. So that's the squad, that's the ins, that's the outs, that's the club's finances. We've had a look at the new kits, which I think look fantastic. Like I said, big shout out to Nijmegen for these. Nunez is listed as the hot prospect. I think he's going to be fantastic for us. For a potential of £525,000 brought in from Peru. But he, with that room to improve, 18 years old, he's going to be awesome for us. Only on a breakthrough £600 a week contract as well, which is great. Right, Champions League qualifying. How's it gone? Well, we started off with Shakhtar Soligorsk, which was a 4-0 victory at the Cosmos Stadium. Engelhardt got 2 in that game. Sam Roberts picked himself up 2 as well. We then went to Bulgaria, I want to say. No, Belarus, I beg your pardon. And we picked up a 3-0 win there. It was... My game's... Oh, I thought my game had crashed, but no, it's just trying to load stuff. 3-0 win away in Belarus. Revolta and Sam Roberts bagging himself a double again. He started off really well as Sam Roberts. We then were matched against Cherno Morvana, who were the Bulgarian team. I knew there was a Bulgarian team in there somewhere. And that was a 2-0 win away from home with Revolta and Sam Roberts again on the score sheet. We then brought them back to San Marino and a comfortable 4-1 victory there to make it 6-1 in aggregate. Alfonso, Engelhardt and Revolta again with the goals. We were then drawn against TNS, the Welsh team. And the first game was in Wales. A 3-0 victory there. Sam Roberts and Revolta with the goals. Then in San Marino at the Cosmos Stadium, a nice comfortable 4-0 win to make it 7-0 on aggregate. Alfie Moon, Sam Roberts, Camilo Martinez and Andrea Ottaviani with the goals. We were then drawn against AAB, or Aalborg Boldspig Club. I don't speak Danish, never have. I've been to Denmark. I went to Legoland when I was a kid. Don't speak Danish though. And we were actually, in the media, we were expected to struggle in this one, but we went to Denmark and we smashed them 5-1. Sam Roberts with a hat-trick and Alfie Moon bagging 2. We were 5-0 up before Nielsen replied in the 82nd minute there. And then we brought them back to San Marino at the San Marino Stadium for this round, where we beat them 2-1 to secure a 7-2 aggregate win. So Camilo Martinez and Cesarini with the goals for us there. And that basically just leaves us with today, which is the Champions League group stage draw. Unfortunately, we haven't broken into the third seeds yet. If we have a look at the worst third seed here, 54.5 coefficient points. We're on 54. We're half a point away from breaking into them third seeds, which would leave us with another one of these in our group. And all of these are beatable, in my opinion. We've beat Benfica last season. Espanyol might be the difficult one there, but Freiburg are in here, so We could have come up against John Avia, but it's not going to happen. So we are still a 4th seed. We're going to... Bayern are the champions, by the way. We're going to stick it on to an automatic draw. Man United, our conquerors from last season, they did actually go on to win the Europa League, by the way. They beat Man City in penalties on penalties in the final to secure that. So we were knocked out in the semi-finals by the eventual champions. They've been drawn with Inter. Porto get Man City. Leipzig and Juventus. Barca PSG. What a group that is. There doesn't look like an easy group here again, does there? It looks like it's going to be another difficult season for it. Although I think we could take on Shakhtar and Porto. I think we could definitely do that one. But Europe for us for the next couple of seasons, we might not see much progress. It might just be like a consolidation for a few seasons to build up the reputation, really, so we can start attracting some of these players. Which one are we going to come out in? We're going to get Real Madrid and Roma. Real Madrid, Roma and Hoffenheim, all teams who we have faced before. We'll click forward so that it gets the games scheduled, and we'll see who we're going to start off against. Tough group. They're all tough groups for us, really. To be fair, we are going to start off at home to Real Madrid. Of course, Real Madrid are yet to beat us in this save. They're yet to beat us, if you can believe that. Nikola Kudryk bagged 2 goals against them when we went to the Santiago Bernabeu. We then got Hoffenheim, then it's a Roma double-header in the middle of the season again. Incidentally, Jose Mourinho has now left Roma, so he's not there anymore. But yeah, Roma again, and then we finish off with Hoffenheim. We finish it off in the Santiago Bernabeu, which is going to be very, very difficult. But it's going to be a case of the next couple of seasons in Europe is all about consolidation until I can build the rep up and I can improve this team, because it is proven quite difficult at the minute. We've got some players on astronomical amounts of money. Quinto is the other one on £23,000. And what that's done to the wage budget is we're at £210,000 a week now. So we are just going to hemorrhage money every month. So we really need this. We have 1.5 million transfer debt, which is nothing really. It's just a little bit of money that we owe to people. So yeah, that's good. That's going to be it, guys. The next game is going to be the Real Madrid game. It's in 20 days' time. I'm going to obviously click forward to that, and we'll come back in the next episode. And we'll take on Real Madrid and Hoffenheim and see if we can get a good start to our European group campaign for this season. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you do enjoy what you've seen, please remember to hit that like button, and I'll see you all next time. I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best.